Hello, 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 and welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is the week of what's today, August 14th, 2019. Welcome, Gemma. Gemma says, welcome to everyone, and hello, Lionheart. All right, I'm just going to write welcome all, since we have a couple minutes before the live video podcast starts. Welcome all. Many blessings to you. Hi, CF. And CF says hello to everyone. Priyanka, hi. Maggie Lopez, hi. Blessings to you as well. All right. Wow. Today's going to be a really interesting day, because I am in the vibe, okay? But I'm in a new vibe. I'm coming up and have written down and followed the months up to this point in the year. Halfway through the year, I went back to the yearly readings and I looked at the notes, I listened to the messages, and I paid attention to how things have evolved. So we're going to go through each sign. I'm going to bring in some spiritual guidance for this week when it comes to the status of things for each sign. Okay. All right. Let me push this up a little bit. All right. Who do we have? We have Margaret. Hello. 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 Priyanka, Julie. Hello. Sister Goddess. Whoop, whoop. All right. Debbie. Hello. And to Gemma and everyone from Debbie. Nancy. Hi. Rena says hello to everyone. And hello, Rena. Jean Jones, you're welcome. Jacqueline, hi. All right, so we're having a kind of a fun special day today. This is going to be the JoJo show, right? Josie K. I am going to go through each sign and talk about this year's lesson for each sign. Of course, it's going to kind of be a lesson in different areas for different people. So I will try to decipher the messages that I am translating either through the cards or spiritually, right? Okay. Rena, merci. Let the JoJo show begin. Okay, so we're going to start off and check this out. You guys are going to be so proud of me. Let's see here. I hope it's forward. Is it backwards? Somebody let me know. Okay, so if I go close enough, this is going to tell us what sign we are on. Hopefully it'll become a little more clear. Aries. Okay, so we have the lesson for Aries for the year of 2019 had to do with going forward fearlessly by letting go of any negative attachments. Okay, you can read it? Good, thank you. All right. In January, we had an Aries who was cutting away from the burden of some form of attachment. And in February, they were allowing this Aries, you were allowing Spirit to guide you towards a sacred project, hobby, gift, talent, or skill. In March, there was energies of creativity, cycles of growth, recognizing some form of growth when it came to what you were working on, Aries. Spirit was telling you in April to go ahead and let things fall away, whatever attachments you had. And in May and in June, for a lot of people, there was a lot of spiritual guidance being offered, because this is a number 3 year, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, before you move into number 2020, year of 2020, which is a 4, a solid, stable, secure, happy, content environment or circumstance. So we have by June, this Aries was speaking their truth. They were becoming more disciplined when it comes to their path, who they are in their path. By July, there was some form of celebration because of new ideas. Finances were looking pretty good for this Aries. And now in August, we have strategizing new ideas, marketing, building on old ideas. Okay, the ability to now bypass manipulation this year in the second half of the year, and recognizing how you can help others, Aries, while keeping your boundaries intact. Okay, so I'm going to just quick pull a closing message from the Sacred Rebels deck by Alana Fairchild for this Aries during this general reading. Thank you to those of you whom have let me know that these are indeed your messages. Thank you to those of you whom have come to me for month-to-month readings and who follow up on your personal readings with explanations for me as to how these beautiful messages helped you to walk in a higher, better, more fulfilling path. Michelle, Nancy, hello everyone, Debbie. Gemini have been spot on. Thank you, Jeannie. Okay, so your closing message is trust yourself. You now can do that. Oh my gosh, beautiful message. That is like so perfect for this Aries. Okay, so before I move into Taurus, do we have anyone who has a question they would like me to check the cards with regards to? Just click on the box below that has a $sign and donate a minimum of 10, and I will go ahead and answer your question, or else we'll go ahead and move into Taurus. So your closing message, Aries, is trust yourself. Don't overthink in the next week. Things will happen when the time is right. Sometimes we need to recognize that an error of judgment is the hunger for a greater experience in our lives. So remember, this is a process of bypassing manipulation, listening to your inner truth, trusting in yourself that you can indeed help others, but with great boundaries intact. All right. All right, so no $10 question. All right, let's go ahead and move into Taurus. All right. So here we have Taurus. Now, Taurus, your lesson for the year of 2019 for whomever by which this may apply. We have discipline and boundaries. The purpose for this journey during this year have been about freeing yourself from negative people and circumstances, having the strength to surpass temptation and to step into the unknown, to step into positive partnerships in your life, making conscious decisions when it comes to the forward process towards success and happiness. It's the ability this year, Taurus, to choose the path of peace. Let others help you is a message. So in January, this Taurus was detaching, trying to step into the path of the new, but then they let go in February and walked away, or they were trying to walk away from some form of battles or struggles, maybe even within. By March, this Taurus was recognizing healthier ideas and miraculous aid if you were praying for clarity in March. April, positive expectations, clarity, watching as you are trying to create positive results, finding clarity about unhealthy decisions. By May, this Taurus was strategizing new ideas, new connections, and in June, they did receive some form of material wealth and some form of then temptation. Okay, could be an unhealthy temptation, however it applies. And now from June into July, for a lot of people, even May to July, there is a lot of spiritual guidance. So it's important to reflect on your morality, inner conflict with yourself, and your discernment when it comes to your decisions. Pray for contentment is the message, or was the message in July, and now in August. Some of you may be recognizing now that you're on the other side of a long and difficult path that there is an authentic purpose for you. Your soul purpose, why you were meant to come here, what you were meant to do, and to know that you have the free will to discipline yourself, to make healthier, I'm hearing financial decisions for some, looking at the big picture, recognizing the successful paths, finally realizing the blessings of your hard work by November if you make the highest, best decisions and follow your authentic purpose in August. At the end of the year, there could be then partnership and romance, because this Taurus has surpassed some major temptations, and now they can step into positive partnerships with positive people at the end of the year and move into a beautiful 2020 is what I'm hearing. Okay, so any questions for anyone? I confirm for Aries, as I was my Aries, and who was helping me. I dreamed of her last night, expecting change again for her. Wow, thank you. Oh, thanks for my card. My cards are so cute. Thanks, Rena. All right, so let's get into Gemini. If nobody has a $10 question. Now, these are only offered, these $10 questions, during the live readings, okay? All right, so Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, your lesson for the year of 2019 had to do, for some of you, with letting go of regret with kindness in your heart. A commitment, partnership, something had ended. And now this Gemini has been led this year to release and surrender, to let go of discord and any heartache. In the beginning of the year, this Gemini was strategizing the past and trying to have hope, but there was inner conflict in February, trying to make a conscious moral decision. In March, there was anxiousness, fear of false promises, maybe that you're giving them or you're receiving them in March. But then in April, you opened up to more kindness and consideration in connection to others. Wow. So in April, kindness and consideration. What do you desire? Trusting in prayer. In May, regarding your direction, some feeling energies of poverty consciousness, like you don't have enough financially. But then in June, there was some form of surprise, good or bad. It was a shift in perspective. And now it made this Gemini in July walk with more integrity, able to compromise, maybe with some form of water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And you were being guided in July to be very patient with others and with yourself. So now in August, we have joyful activity, hobbies, jobs, abundance, finding joy in your day-to-day life. And if you continue to do so with these energies, Gemini, you will recognize divine timing and be celebrating some form of achievements as soon as September 2019. There could then be a sacred union with another, though there will be some fear of partnership for some who are single. Something concludes in November with a job or partnership because you are going to be coming together with another for some, and it's going to be questionable. But you've learned a lot, remember, this year about discord and heartache. And next year, you can create a beautiful foundation and new connections with others. Okay, so any questions? $10 questions. Hello, beautiful people from the Netherlands, Aquarius Sun. Anita, hello. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Are these messages adhering? I think I'm going to go back through later and do the Sacred Rebel deck so I can just kind of get through each sign and where we stand and see if there are any $10 questions. And then I'm going to close with spiritual advice for the week for each sign. Again, okay? So we have Cancer here. Cancer, this particular year was a year in the lesson of cause and effect, understanding one's self more in the by testing a situation, choosing maybe not with the greatest of clarity in the past, and now recognizing that you need to be careful what you wish for. So there was a lot of perseverance and hard work in the beginning of the year for this Cancer, and then there was compensation after some form of failure. By February, there was wisdom and learning, immature from and with regards to an immature or dishonest person that made this Cancer learn more about themselves in some way. In March, there was enlightenment and understanding with another, for some, a passionate masculine. By April, there was patience and observation energies being offered so that you could connect back with your current circumstances, your current path. This grounded some Cancers, and in May they were able to feel and use the energies of discernment and detachment, and that allowed for this Cancer to set new goals and intentions. So in June, there was a higher knowing about some form of dishonest person, circumstance, situation. In July, you started to see the big picture in the area of career and finances or an earth sign. for some. In August, now, synchronicities, signs and synchronicities from Spirit are arriving for this Cancer energy. And this Cancer for some are going to say, I'm not going to remain stuck and burdened anymore, however that applied. In September, there will be truth of some form of connection, but Spirit's saying, either way, whether it turns out or not, for whoever's energies these are, give thanks to those who truly love you day to day. Connect with new people in October. And then in November, we have a Cancer who is maybe a little bit obsessed with the situation, scarcity consciousness, not feeling like you have enough, but Spirit saying, remember, this is the path of discernment. Remember the strength you had in May, the ability to detach and focus on new goals, because in December, of this year, if you follow Spirit's advice, new goals will lead to smoother waters. So it is a year of knowing oneself better and cutting away from what's getting old, quote unquote, giving birth to newer, better directions, connections, circumstances, and situations, because you now know where you're going and how you're going to get there. Cancer. Okay. Spot on for me, Taurus. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, Alda, you just click on the $ box below and provide me with your sun sign, which is your horoscope sign, and any particular question or concern by which I can translate from the cards. Okay, so for Leos, we have a lesson in the year of 2019 in the form of patience and release. There was some form of paperwork and communication where this Leo started to think about, where do I go next? Some Leos were needing to surrender to change this year. But now by August, I feel like there will be steady progress. And as you enjoy steady progress in your life with this new environment, circumstance, situation, or change, you're going to recognize that you were patient, especially in the area of partnership or romance. And now you can feel, hopefully by September to the end of the year, that you can surrender to some form of change. Just change in general for some, for others, change in a major area. So in January, there was material wealth, true prosperity, and then February, resurrection of changes or surrendering to the desire that someone had to change. Someone, a husbandry energy, was making a decision in their life. And this Leo was being guided to surrender to that situation. In March, you were being guided to look at the big picture, and we're slowly letting go of something that was ending spiritually, that was meant to end at this time in your journey. In April, there was energies of integrity and compromise and kindness and consideration all the way into May, as you were appreciating the blessings of change in some way. Some of you. Again, in June, there was a higher knowing and the ability to go along with some transformation or getting along during a transformation. In July, there was discontentment, needing to focus on the details of some form of change, but not focusing too much, but like getting excited about the details of where you're headed next. So be patient. Focus on a new path as you surrender to this change, and know that there are signs and synchronicities that will show up in September for this Leo, whereby you are definitely feeling better about a more solid foundation in home or business. By October, there's joyful activity with family and friends, and abundance and happiness, contentment finally. And in November, there's recognition of how far you have come in the path by which December you'll realize has led you towards finding harmony once again. So there were a lot of changes this year, but this was a path in patience and release, Leo. It was a time to learn to surrender to some form of change and to go with the flow. Okay, and I feel like some of you are doing so. All right. So Virgo, we have lessons. Conscious action is the lesson this year. Somebody was having a hard time making a conscious decision. There were thoughts of home changes, thoughts of new paths and directions, endings and new beginnings. And now in August, there is an acceptance that is bringing awareness. Now, this could be self-acceptance of a part of oneself or a situation that needed to be let go of. So in January, this Virgo was questioning the devotion of another person, trying to find clarity in a situation. February, there was cause and effect, trusting, strategizing, maybe with regards to someone who had water in their chart, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. How can I find balance? Question mark in February in my life. And in March, recognizing energies of selflessness and humility. Deciding on conscious actions when it comes to a passionate situation or someone who may have fire in their chart, Sagittarius or Leo. In April, this Virgo was going or being guided to flow with the natural movement of things as you were healing in some way, waiting patiently. And in May, recognizing what are my intentions? Who am I detaching from? And what are my intentions? For some, regarding an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. In June, hopefully you were praying to Spirit for some form of signs and synchronicities because Spirit was trying to offer assistance, guidance. In July, there is the creation of a new hobby or skill that would help to ground you, Virgo, whatever it is you've always wanted to learn about or do. Some Virgos in July were trying to decide from maybe a 3-party situation to 2, but you are being guided to ground yourself so that now in August, you understand that prayer will help to prepare you for conscious decisions that will be made before the end of the year. So in September coming up, we've got kindness and consideration. October, discernment regarding details of the path ahead. November, recognizing, oh my gosh, I have survived. I have now gone beyond a situation and come back to great energies of kindness. And now I can make new wishes come true. By December, there is great material wealth for this Virgo, even in the area of inner spiritual prosperity. So the messages for Virgo this year were open your heart, love people for exactly who they are, get in touch with your inner child, and know how you accept love from others. Make a list of how do I accept love from others. Okay, we're going into Libra. Survived is gold. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into Libra. Does anybody have a $10 question? If not, I will be doing them at the end of these yearly and mid-year messages. Goodness gracious. Okay, so Libra, sun, moon, or rising, male or female. This has been a lesson during the year of 2019 in contentment and satisfaction. Some Libras were dealing with anxiety regarding children and even family celebrations. And you're being guided, and especially in August, Libra, to know that what will be, and that you're moving into a very comfortable and prosperous foundation. Success is going to be about, or has been about, understanding that you can replace boredom and discontent with new and exciting ideas. You can find great contentment and succeed this year and start to recognize the light at some form of proverbial tunnel. So in January, this Libra was trying to recognize what needed to be done in the past, or what needed to be left in the past. My apologies. By February, there was reflection regarding greater fulfillment. Am I happy where I'm at? March, questioning things, reflecting on the past still. April, giving oneself a chance regarding new goals and intentions. In May, recognizing what fulfills you day to day, finding contentment in your life. In June, there was a successful creative idea or career path, and you were I feel very thankful for that. In July, people you're thinking about and planning and observing how people will be paying for your services in some way. So good time for a hobby, gift, talent, or skill. Because in August, you will be celebrating something regarding finances, or you already are. Some may be contemplating leaving behind an old partnership and that could be in business, friendship, relationship, whatever, because they are advancing, because of their achievements. Now, others may become jealous of your success in the month of August. Don't let that bother you, Libra. Now, in September, you can now lay down old ideas and continue to plan on the new, letting go of the old in October. Freeing yourself from empty ideas, continuing to create change. Okay, when it comes to what you are creating, change is what draws people towards you. So it's really at the end of the year is about keeping yourself occupied with exciting new goals and intentions and changing and marketing and doing things in your own special way. Okay, by November, replacing the old boring situations and succeeding. And in December, recognizing I did well. Okay. Wow. Comfortable, prosperous. What will be, will be. So going with the flow and enjoying your life is all you need to do throughout the next rest of this year, especially if you know where it is that you're going and what you're planning, or else just enjoy the process of planning that in August. Trying to purchase, but it's not going through. Okay. So here, why don't we do this? I have a PayPal link below. You can go to PayPal and you can send me it there, and I will receive an alert on my phone right here as soon as that goes through, and that will be my notification. Okay, let's go ahead and move into Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, where we are reminiscing on the beginning of the year, yearly readings that I did for 2019. And your lesson for this year, Scorpio, was about determining the truth. Which path is the karmic path for me? Wanting a smoother path ahead, stepping to or wanting to step into a solid and more solid or financial foundation or situation. And in the end, for some Scorpios, you will be finding a very independent, happily ever after energy. Because in January, this Scorpio was focusing on, or was being guided to focus on, creativity, passion, and excitement, putting your energy into children. For some, a situation involving children, and maybe an old soulmate connection, a playful energy in the beginning of the year with another. For some, now in February, we have researching the doorway to value, praying for clarity and guidance. Some focused on money in February, and then a new beginning after some endings in their life. In March, you were recognizing intuitively financial benefits, financial ideas. And in April, we're maybe connecting with a man who is somehow thoughtful. And in talking about closure, coming to the realization of closure in April. And in May, there was celebration about a new chapter for some Scorpios. In June, you're being guided to ground yourself, like everyone else in the month of June, and to recognize a new path or direction. In July, you're being guided to listen to spirit for a realization and watch for the energies of delusion when it comes to others. There could have been a new person. I saw the Ace of Cups in my yearly reading, or this is a renewal of an old partnership. And now in August, you're recognizing a smoother road ahead, whichever Scorpio this is. You're being guided to apply your intellect. Is this person, circumstance, situation balanced? However balanced means to you, because you're being guided spiritually to cut away from the negative and to know that you are the boss of your path. You can create a smoother path ahead. How are you going to go about doing that? So in September of 2019, some Scorpios will be finding love and groundedness as they step away, pray, and cut away from a situation. You're feeling anxious in October because someone may be coming back towards you that you dealt with back in April. And in November, you recognize energies of lies and deceit, which help you by December to heal, as you finally recognize some form of manipulation in another. So there's been this, how do I determine the truth? Which karmic path is the one for me? And Spirit saying, plan this beautiful, solid, grounded foundation and find that independent, happily ever after by the end of the year. That's a process that is involved in determining the truth this year. Okay? Okay, good. All right, let's go ahead and move into Sagittarius. All right, so Sagittarius, this year has been a lesson in patience and perseverance. Okay, and in August, you're getting to the point where you're contemplating a new path. You're recognizing something that may have potential. You are being guided actually throughout the year, Sagittarius, to free yourself from negative thinking. Um, yeah, because during this year, there were, which way do I go next? Um, some form of confusion that or situation that you needed to remain patient with. So this year is going to be, by the end of the year, there will be, it's like understanding that with that patience and perseverance, that there will be financial abundance and communication because of your patience. And to know that high hopes are what are going to bring this new life to you, and how quickly. Okay, because negative thinking will push wonderful things from coming into your path. So in January, this Sagittarius had time, recognize that it was a time, or you were being blessed with the energies to just maintain peace day to day. February, there was a desire to move on, tired of fighting certain battles. Pardon me. Okay, sorry. All right. So in March, we had a Sagittarius who was being guided to focus on their goals and intentions, to at least research and decide on how and what you want to move towards next with your life path journey. April was about will they, won't they? What do you want? Speaking your truth. Needing to rest. And in May, you may have spoke your truth. You may have felt like you were at a fork in the road in some way. Now, in June, something came to you for some financially, and you were being guided to make sure you give yourself a pat on the back and celebrate that achievement, that bonus, that whatever came your way. In July, you have the energies of standing strong with your boundaries, your goals, and your intentions, whether or not you choose to do so. And now in August, there's some form of inner chaos and conflict, boredom, or discontent in the area of money or relationship. Now I'm feeling, should I stay or go? So hang in there, because in September of 2019, divine timing came up and a reason to celebrate. And then in October, you're watching for the signs, and you will be guided to continue to hang in there for a new life that could open up for you in November. This situation could involve children or family or a partnership. So you will be looking at the new in the area of a passionate feminine for some, and or a queen of fire, Sagittarius or Leo, like yourself, or that's just you getting excited about a new partnership, a new direction. And then in December, looking at what else is on offer regarding other people, circumstance, situations, children, or the past. So I feel like this Sagittarius is going to look at a new life and partnership. There's going to be a lot of passionate energy, excitement, and this decision to decide what. I think this Sagittarius is going to receive gifts of abundance. If not in September, I feel like they find out in September, and then the new life opens up and starts in November. And then there's a lot of high hopes here. So high hopes will lead to high hopes, but negative thinking will prevent you from getting there. Okay. And you may get there eventually, but you don't want to slow down this beautiful blessing that's on its way. Okay. So let's go ahead and move into the mid-year. Well, actually, we'll go through the first part of the year, and then we'll talk about mid-year for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising, male or female. Okay. The lesson for this Capricorn that I did the yearly reading for was choose wisely. So it was a whole year of recognizing what brings tranquility into your life, and assistance regarding healing, inspiring moments. This Capricorn in January had some form of internal frustration, feeling stuck, and Spirit was trying to guide this Capricorn to be more creative, to make changes in the area of finances. In February, they were being guided, this Capricorn, to rest and rejuvenate, watch for lies and deceit or deceptive energy because maybe of boredom. In March, there was a Capricorn who wanted a new direction, but the snake showed up in the area of lies and deceit. Again, in April, there's boredom, time for new directions, but new healthy directions. So in May, this Capricorn was being advised again to choose wisely, almost halfway through the year, to cut away from what was negative and to honor your truth. In June, you were able to speak your truth, and then you were being guided to wait for clarity, Capricorn. In July, you were being guided to pray to Spirit for signs. For you may have been dealing, for some of you, with another earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or you were praying for more signs in the area of abundance. In August, now in August of 2019, your advice is to remain patient and to work hard, because your energy and the energy you put into something will indeed manifest financial abundance for some. In August. In September, we have patience and planning, time to move in a new direction, and a ship coming in. So if you've been working hard on a project, choosing wisely about your truth and what is negative, cutting away from what isn't working, you could be celebrating in November. As you set and meet goals in October, there could be a celebration in November that has to do with new opportunities. And then there's a little bit of emotional loss in December, having to let go, because you're recognizing that what you've been praying for is manifesting as you free yourself from negative people, places, circumstances, situations, thoughts, feelings, and emotions, okay? A new path is opening up at the end of the year, going into January of 2020, and you're being guided to come into connection with the right people, cleansed, cleared, and happy. Okay, that's what this Capricorn will feel at the end of the year. All right, so no questions? All right, I'm going to go ahead and go into the energy of Aquarius for the year of 2019. I looked back at the yearly readings and I took my notes, and the lesson for this particular Aquarius energy that I was reading for the yearly reading, their lesson had to do with integrity and discernment. Okay, communicating with others to plan the future, so that you can leave some form of suffering behind and start to search for greater potential and joy in your future. So it was kind of a stuck year for this Aquarius. You were being guided in January 2019 to compromise when you were indecisive. In February, you were starting to find some solace through compromise with connections to others. In March, there was some form of natural movement, or an Aquarius who was being guided to kind of go with the flow and let things take place that need to take place, so that you can take some time now to get excited about future directions. In April, this Aquarius actually came up with an offer, an opportunity, an option to move, for some physically into a new direction. Maybe it was just a thought in April, and in May, that's what brought on poverty consciousness, needing to find more information, deep reflection. And in June, there could have been some communication with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And for some of you, you received some form of unexpected praise. So that could be what that water energy is about. In July, there was a surprise or shock regarding should I stay in this path, but I think I could now move into the path of another. Recognizing that the hard work you've been going through, I feel like emotionally and spiritually, is bringing some positive results. In August now, you're just being guided to wait for some clarity regarding an attachment, sacrificing what used to bring you joy, sacrificing old ways, recognizing joyful activity and connection to others, thinking back maybe to February for some. In September, we have look at the big picture in a non-judgmental way. So some have changed from being so judgmental this year. Giving thanks to happiness and fulfillment instead. In October, dealing with definitely a water sign, maybe a family member who's dealing with a lot. You may be telling a water sign, I need to let go in some way. In November, you're looking back, more centered, wondering what's next. And in December, you're able to now replace anxious energy with new goals and intentions, new offers, new ways of being, create clear visions of your future. Okay. And at the end of the year, some may be deciding between an earth sign and a fire sign, Sagittarius or Leo, or Taurus, Capricorn. Oh my gosh, Virgo. Sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and close with Pisces, and then we'll do hello, Fern. Yes, so what you do is you can drag the little thing across the bottom of the video, Lionheart, and you'll see the Libra sign. Okay, I am going to go through a spiritual advice for the next week for each of these energies. I just wanted to do an update for each sign as to the yearly reading I did at the beginning of 2019, where we are mid-year and what the rest of the year could be about. Okay, these are energies available to us to make the highest, best decisions for ourselves, or to not, and then to repeat next year the same old unhealthy patterns, behaviors, cycles, or connections. Okay, so for Aquarius, we have just did it. For Pisces, here we go. All right, for Pisces. Pisces lesson this year had to do with temptation and or false promises that they were giving others, that others were giving to them. This is a year to recognize I have survived. I have surpassed some form of temptations, false promises, and now I can focus on my authentic path. So in August, Spirit's saying, think twice about rolling the dice and taking a risk, because now is a time for a gift in clarity, a gift of divine messages or blessings, where you're going to recognize the transformation because of your perseverance. There is a Pisces here that no longer will be at an imbalance because of an empty cup. So in January, this Pisces was focusing on what they wanted to create and share with the world. In February, there was scrutiny energy available to be clear and to be discerning about some form of decision. In March, there was some form of recognition that this Pisces had survived a temptation or false promise. They surpassed it. And in April, they were trying to maintain balance and fairness for all. In May, there was some form of financial abundance, and you were reaping what you sowed. Okay, for whichever Pisces this is, what you were working on started to show positive results. In June, there was a higher knowing, like a lot of other signs, and you were able to recognize that which is negative or was negative in your life and are pushing away from that. In July, you went back to illuminating your soul purpose, your hobby, gift, talent, or skill, or financial path. And in August, now you're going to be more clear if you continue to set high goals and intentions for yourself. Some may be still thinking back to false promises, but in September, you're going to recognize a spiritual transformation through your ability to create greater financial independence, Pisces. In October, there is some form of spiritual, I'm hearing, compensation because this Pisces maintained balance in the face of some form of temptation or false promises that either they were receiving or giving to others. And so November is about angelic help, understanding, coming to the realization that the divine is helping to illuminate this positive balance for you. And in December, there are going to be great surprises. And for some Pisces, some form of shock that comes in the form of divine messages and blessings. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to quick go through the Sacred Rebels deck by Alana Fairchild so that we can look for spiritual guidance with these circumstances up to this point in our journey throughout the year of 2019. Any one question readings you'd like answered before we get into the spiritual advice? Yay, Anita. Good morning. I sent through PayPal. Thank you. 1111. Got it. Thank you so very much. So XO, will you please tell me your sun sign, moon sign, and or rising, no, your horoscope sign, and a question or concern by which you'd like me to check the cards about. Catherine, yep, just pull that little dial in the bottom of the window back and you'll see the sign of Gemini come up. Oh, thank you, Rena, for the donation. You guys are what are helping me to continue to do what I do here day to day, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Pisces, Sun, Aqua, be able to travel in October is a part of my spiritual transformation. All right, let's go ahead and look with the Osha Zen Tarot for Rena. 1111, that's right. Right after you asked your question. Dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, please bless Rena with clearly defined messages regarding travel in October and spiritual transformation and advice. Woo! So in the center of your circle spread, Rena, you have the Four of Wands, a celebration when it comes to a change in and with home, family, business, a solid foundation. And now in the next couple weeks, yeah, Spirit saying trust with the Page of Cups. Trust the messages that are coming your way. They are filled with love and abundance and positive emotional energy. I feel like that's in the next couple weeks. I'm feeling in the next 2-3 weeks. I'm trying to pull it further into the future, maybe into the next month, which would bring you into around September 14th. In connection with others, you're feeling the 10 of Cups energies. Wishes are coming true, serenity, peace, joy, and happiness because of the kind messages regarding this reason to celebrate. People are participating, helping for you to manifest a solid foundation. So that day to day in your creative aspects position throughout the next couple months, you are going to free yourself from inner chaos and conflict, free yourself from a burden of what has been messing with your head, worries and fears. Okay, take action to ground yourself. Look at this. Take action to remember emotionally. You have the Fool. Okay, I feel the end of September to hop, skip, and jump into a new direction. Just make sure with the 0 before you take the number 1 path, the actual step, that you plan things very clearly. Okay, so you have everything all kind of set to go and there are no worries, right? Taking action to clear your mind of any worries, because that is what's burdening you as you're trying to plan this journey ahead. Okay, so we've got, the High Priestess showing up to tell you signs and synchronicities are going to lead you to great serenity and a happily ever after. But day to day, you got to free yourself from the guilt of worry with the number 8. Worry is an old unhealthy pattern, behavior, or cycle because it burdens you and messes with your thoughts. It blocks your ability to get excited about travel. Amen. Traveling. They're giving you the strength to travel. The strength to move beyond negative thinking into a solid foundation. And by October, there's celebration. Recognizing with the 9 of Pentacles that your wishes are coming true in the area of creativity, finances, money, career. And then we see fantasy and illusion a little bit. Interesting. Be careful of that. Have your eyes wide open to where it is you are traveling. Thank you so much again, Rena. All right. XO, Gemini. When is my love life partner entering my life? Ooh, that's a hard one because I really can only, I've only learned to pray to spirit for a month, 3 months, 6 months, yearlies. And to tell you the truth, the yearly is quite intense. It takes a lot of energy out of me. And they have been very accurate, thanks to those of you who have written me back to tell me how they worked out in your life. So I would suggest at least a yearly reading. I can check this week since you were so kind to make a donation, because that's kind of the week these energies are covering during this live reading. I'll see if I can get anything else. Working on grounding. Yes, Rena. Okay, so XO, you have sorrow, sadness, can't sleep at night, in your thoughts, wanting to go passionately and excitedly into a new direction. But this passionate, excited, quick action is what's causing the sorrow. Okay, you're getting some spiritual advice here. I can feel it. Now, we'll say the next couple 2.5 weeks, Spirit's saying in the relationship sector to others, connect out with others through a hobby, gift, talent, skill, a class in your community, at the university, doing something that you really enjoy. So you give off a beautiful, bright aura. As you look at the path ahead as an adventure in connection with others, not expecting anything, okay? Knowing that Spirit's got your back in the area of love and freeing yourself from energies of worry and guilt. Okay, so they're saying create a new hobby, gift, talent, skill, idea, because you need to get out of your own head. They're saying with the number 8 and 9, it is negative thinking, negative guilt, negative energies in general that are making you feel stuck or trapped, making you feel sorrow. So in your actions position, see, you're giving off the fighting energies of the Knight of Swords. So this is like you have an armor on, right? And you need to take that off. You need to kick back to free yourself through a hobby, gift, talent, or skill from what's keeping you up at night in the area of feeling trapped in and with guilt. Looking at the path ahead as an exciting new adventure as you focus on your hobby, gift, talent, or skill, your soul purpose, your reason for being here, writing, drawing, painting, photography, pottery, poetry. Because an old part of you is dying off, right? You're going through a spiritual transformation. If you follow Spirit's advice here in the next week and sign up for a class, that this old, passionate, intense, quick moving energy was what was causing you pain. And now you're rising above that. You're leaving guilt and shame and worry behind. And subconsciously, you're being guided I feel in the next month, maybe even the next couple months, you're being guided to kind of tune in and recognize the positive things you are creating and write down what it is that was causing you sorrow. And the spiritual change you are going through as you free yourself from energies of guilt, as you take off your armor. Day to day, recognizing your soul purpose, finding financial abundance, security, or stability, spiritual and emotional stability and security day to day with the 9 of Pentacles as you move into a path of greater fulfillment. Ripening into who you were meant to be is what's going to help to free you from all this worry, fear, sadness, and etc. So Spirit's giving you the strength of the ordinariness to enjoy your life day to day, the little things, the flowers out in the grass, writing, drawing, painting, pottery, photography, and poetry, so that you can take off your armor and free yourself from sorrow and guilt. Yep. So spend, if you have to, the next month really thinking about your soul purpose, your reason for being here, what you like to do as a child, what you've always wanted to learn to do. Yeah. Because if you don't, you're going to be carrying the energies of stress and schizophrenia. Okay. Feeling like you don't know if you should stay or go. Feeling like you're going to fail. So Spirit's saying, cleanse yourself in the time of isolation with the 3 of Swords from sadness and heartache, And now use the King of Swords energies to set goals and meet goals in your own personal journey, because you're going to have control over your boundaries, your intentions, your future directions. And you can quickly and easily cut away from a passionate situation or desire. You can easily find yourself being grounded, a realization of this transformation, because you are now grounded with what it is you're doing in the midst of passionate chaos in the future. The High Priestess is going to give you signs that you are healing. And you may even find your soul purpose. You may learn pottery and sell pottery and start a small business, for an example. They're saying you're going to walk away from someone who had the devil energies of the lion in sheep's clothing and move into a path of great success. You're going to shine like the sun and leave these unhealthy patterns, behaviors, or cycles, thoughts, feelings, or emotions, people, places, and circumstances behind. Merci. Rena. Hi, Serge. Nancy, Gemini. All was on point. Only Pisces I missed. Darn. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go through each sign real quick to close. Again, if you'd like a one-question reading, feel free to drop me a $10 donation and we'll get that done. Right now, I'm going to close with spiritual guidance from the Sacred Rebels deck by Alana Fairchild for each sign. And we're starting with Aries. Okay. It's time to go against the grain. It's time to do something you didn't do before in a different way. It's time to let your tears cleanse you because of the knowledge you've experienced about yourself this week. And know that Spirit is defending to the end what is worthwhile for you in your own personal journey, Aries. So you're going beyond the normal now. You're recognizing the lesson, the experiences, how far you've grown, and who you are meant to be. You're recognizing that who you are meant to be is already within you. And so this new path, this new journey, this excitement that's showing up by December for some Pisces, this gift, this blessing is a gift from the universe. It's going to help you to release old wounds and to give birth to helping others heal, but with boundaries, right? Hi, Pixie Doll. Okay, Nancy, so if you would like a read, just click on the little $ box below and tell me, donate a minimum of $10 and tell me your questions or concerns, and I'll ask the cards. All right, we're going to move into Taurus. Spiritual guidance for Taurus, please, to close with for today, representing the week of today, August 14th, 2019. What is it that inspires you? How can you take your knowledge and wisdom from this year and inspire others at this time? A storm is passing. And the path ahead of you, should you pray to Spirit and accept that Spirit wants to guide you towards wonderful blessings, wonderful connections, even a happily ever after and stability for you. This gift is on its way. And some of you may, with that card, be recognizing that. You know the path. You see the light. You're leaving the darkness behind and you're being guided to dive for the light so that you can release old wounds and let love live in your life once again. So it is a time to really think about, what is the light of my truth? What do I want to? Who do I want to be remembered? What do I want to be remembered for? And as you shine in what that is this week, I think by the end of the month, going into next month, you're going to receive a lot of, I feel like I just heard a strong download of how you want to move forward with your life, leaving old things behind. Okay, let's go ahead and move into Gemini. Okay. Spiritual guidance, please. Hey, Debbie. Woo! Okay, just saw Gemini, cleansing the tears of the past. After the storm, focus on the light and dive for the light. What do you want? Because what you want wants you. Spirit and the angels and the dear Lord in heaven and those whom have died before you want to give you the path of who you were meant to be. And for some, it may even be this week that there's something shocking, a realization about creativity, about playing music, about singing. Something beautiful is coming to life. And Spirit this week says, guard it and know that we will help to guard what you are giving birth to vigilantly. And again, release the dark wound and let love live. If I had to name this, that's exactly what I think is going on with everybody towards the end of August into September. Because if we don't, we're going to just go back and pour salt in that wound for another year, you know? All right, let's go ahead into Cancer. Sun, moon, or rising, male or female, for the week of August 14th, 2019. Using the Sacred Rebel deck by Alana Fairchild. Cancer, please. Whoa, gosh. Okay, Cancer. The legacy of light, looking back at what previous members of the family ran for a business or who you've evolved into and how you can start a family business, an idea, a way to be remembered in the future. Dream a beautiful dream. Now is your time. Softly, softly, the tender touch. Allow your tears to cleanse you. Because it's time to release old allegiance, people, places, circumstances, situations, and or environments, and to connect with the right people. Listen for the truth of a situation and trust yourself. A storm has ended or will be ending very soon, even if it was an internal journey this year. And know now that every journey starts with a single step. Defend to the end that which is worthwhile in your life and get rid of anything that is getting old. Okay? No longer serves you. You got the strength now to do that at the end of the year. All right. Let's go ahead and bring in a spiritual message for the week of August 14th, 2019 for Leo. Spiritual message, please. Shock of the new. That doesn't surprise me. That just jumped out. Somebody got something new. Things were changing and evolving, and some Leos were freaking out. Releasing allegiances, releasing old people, places, circumstances, situations, environments, and ways of thinking. You have evolved into bigger, better, and more. Focus on the light, because what is in the dark is in the past. Follow your own rhythm. What do you want to do? Make a conscious connection with those who love you, with yourself. You need nothing more than what is manifesting for you by the end of this year, and Spirit saying what you want is already within you. Focus on the light of your truth and what you want to manifest next, because Spirit's going to help you to bring it into form. Time for new hobbies, gifts, talents, or skills. Keep it on the screen for the whole reading for each sign. Fantastic. Easier to find the sign after the live feed. Wonderful. Thanks. Yes. Hi, Agritas. Let's go ahead and get into Virgo. Sun, moon, or rising, closing spiritual message from the Sacred Rebels deck by Alana Fairchild. I'm thinking Virgo Fairchild. Okay. Sun, moon, or rising, male or female. This has been a year of deciding what is it I want to give birth to next in my life. What you are recognizing at this time for some of you that you want to give birth to is being guarded and protected by Spirit. So it's up to you to decide if you want to bring something into form. What is in your highest, best good? Dive for the light. Dive for the good things in life at this time. The word wants to be written. So for some of you, you have lived and experienced a lesson, even if it was deep within. And your knowledge now could help other people. So what do you feel? It's a year of recognizing that you've gone beyond the normal, that a storm has finally ended, and that now you need to figure out what it is that inspires you. Take off an old mask that no longer serves you and allow yourself to be the new you, the real you. Okay? Because some of you Virgos have been carrying pain for far too long. Okay, so for Libra, we have releasing the dark wound. Gosh, so many people. Let love live in your life. Dive into and towards the light, the good things. Give thanks to the wonderful blessings in your life this week. It is a good week to bring something into form, a hobby, gift, talent, or skill, because you have learned a lot. You know who you are, where you want to go, and how you're going to manifest this next hobby, gift, talent, goal, or financial idea. The word wants to be written because it's time for what you are thinking about to come to life. Okay, Libra? You've learned a lot. You're able to let go now and bring to life something very creative, something that could grow into a small business, something that you could be remembered for at this time. So it's a good week to put those ideas together. Scorpio. What you want is already with you. What you have in your life is with you. Reconnect with yourself. Some may be reconnecting with others through a group with the collaborative dreaming energies. Some of you are going against the grain of a group connection and now are being blessed with the every journey starts with a new step into a new direction after the death of what was. You can now think about how to perfect your life from here on out, to defend to the end what you want to create. You are the hunter, not the hunted. Trust yourself and release the dark wound as you dream a new and beautiful dream. Wow. Okay. Yeah, a lot of releasing, Rena. You're right. I'll go ahead and make a timestamp list after this video for everybody so you can jump back in and re-listen, because I know I go a little fast, but it's a lot of information that I get downloaded. Okay, so we have Sagittarius for this week of August 14th, 2019. Look towards the positive. Look towards blessings. Look for goodness. Because what you have in your life right now is already with you. It's meant to be with you. You may want to go against the grain. You may want to, I just heard, go against what is good for you. There's a need for a reconnect. Some may be wanting to reconnect with family and friends this week, because some Sagittariuses are thinking about releasing old people, places, circumstances, situations, and giving birth to a new hobby, gift, talent, or skill. For some, maybe even to a new connection. So, Sag, you're being guided to remain in control with the sacred fool energies of what you want to create for yourself, what it is you want to give birth to, what it is that makes you happy. Because I feel two sides to this, Sag. Some are trying to find the light in a current circumstances, and they're kind of pushing against the success of a situation that I think is going to be successful. That's why I feel there's patience and perseverance for Sag this year. is that you want to go against the grain. You want to reconnect with someone else. But what you have created, or who you have created something with at this point, I feel is heaven sent. You just need to control, not allow others to control you so much, or to free yourself from feeling as though others are trying to control you. Have faith in this process of what's transpiring in your life, and know that at some point, the difficulties will come to an end. Okay, so it's about patience and perseverance this week. All right, Capricorn. All right, for the week of August 14th, 2019, I just want to shuffle real quick, and I don't want to take those cards up and down too much. All right, so Capricorn, what you have is already with you. So there's nothing outside of you that needs to be had. Trust spirit that is within you to make the highest, best decision. When it comes to bringing something to life in a commitment, partnership, contract, direction, always walk in the light of your truth. Focus on what is in the highest, best good, not only for yourself, but for everyone involved. Because this week it's time to release, like a lot of people, dark wounds, and to let love live. To maybe write a book, a journal, about what you've learned in your life, most importantly about yourself. Trust yourself. That you are in the world with a special purpose, not of the world. Not having to do and be what everyone expects you to be this week. Have faith in the process of the manifestation of what it is you've always wanted to do. And relax in the hold of the darkness this week. Be at cause when it comes to new positive goals and intentions for yourself and for those whom by which you've been blessed to have in your path with you this week. All right, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and shuffle. Well, I just did. Let's move. Oh gosh, perfect message. So Aquarius, this is a week for seeing the real you beneath all of that need to show others that you are strong enough. It's time to come together with others and to dream about the future, to discuss the future this week, and to know that every journey starts with a simple step. What you want, you can attract, especially because you have the power of attraction this week. So it's a perfect week to speak with others about your big, bold visions. Ooh. All right, and then we have Pisces, and then I'll just ask for any last one question readings before I go. Pisces, please. All right, so Pisces, for the week of August 14th, 2019, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. You also have seen the true you. New visions beyond the death of something or someone that did not serve you, that attachment, the negativity. Allow yourself to receive love, real love. As you release old people, places, circumstances, situations, and or environments, and now dive into the light of your truth. By connecting with new groups, by connecting with others, also about a big, bold vision. And I'm really feeling like this Pisces is thinking about a dream they're hoping to make come true and the ability to pack up that suitcase and go. What do you feel? What is in your highest, best good, Pisces? Have faith in the process. Take time to think about what it is you want to bring into form now. And know that Spirit is going to help through signs and synchronicities, enhance your energies of inspiration. Defend to the end the worthwhile of what you are creating at this time. Any last questions? All right, I'll go ahead and set up the timestamps. Thank you so very much to those of you who have come by. I think this week's just going to be kind of some interesting realizations of how far we have come, and now a lot more clarity about what we will and will not let into our path, what it is we're excited to create for our future, knowing that 2020 is coming up and that there will then be an opportunity to relax and to celebrate contentment and serenity, wishes coming true, and joy. All right. If you'd like a personal reading, feel free to write me at my email, which is josiek42@gmail.com. My price list will be in the box below. And I am still offering the summer special, which is a 15-minute video reading for just $25 if you'd like to give it a try. Thank you for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care, and God bless.